Hello, people. How's it going? How's it going in the land of America? Yes, the election has been over for over a week. The American people have spoken, at least the majority of them anyway. And Trump pretty much did what I didn't think was possible. I'm sorry, you've watched all my editorial videos on this subject. I really didn't think he did. I really thought the Democrats would do a lot more, or something else was going to happen. I just didn't think he'd do it. I really, really thought something was going to happen. Now, I'm happy Trump won, don't get me wrong, because Camilla, she it's not personal, it really isn't. She really was not qualified. I mean, she really was dumped out there against someone she couldn't beat because it just wasn't going to happen. I mean, I know people, look, Trump won in a landslide. I mean, he won the presidency. The Republicans have won the House and the Senate. He won the popular vote. He won, of course, the college votes. The word I can't say at the moment. He had 312. Why can't I say that word? College votes. I'm not doing this video for you. I already had a hard time getting the picture right. But anyway, but he won. I say it. I'll say it again. I am surprised he won. I really shouldn't be shocked, but I'm surprised he won. Now, I am not overly impressed at this moment that he won. I'm not overly impressed that the Republicans are controlling the House and the Senate. I'm sorry, I'm not impressed yet. I've seen this dog and pony show before. I remember when they also controlled the House and the Senate and the presidency, and they did as little as possible. So I'm not impressed with all this winning. That's fine. Do something. Less talking, more doing. Now, unfortunately, on TikTok, which I don't watch, I watch the TikTok videos I do watch are from other people's channels. And if TikTok is showing me anything, is I'm glad that the Democrats lost because these people have problems. The people on TikTok have been brainwashed, and I do feel sorry for them because when I watch them, they have literally been spoon-fed or whatever fed you want to call it, force-fed, whatever, into believing some pretty ridiculous things. They really do have convinced themselves they were going to lose rights. They can't name what rights they lost because Trump, the first time, didn't do anything to take any of their rights. All those rights are still there, people. He hasn't done anything to take away anybody's rights. But I watch these people on TikTok and I'm thinking, this is what happens when politics becomes your religion, when government becomes your God, when you actually believe the media actually is on your side and is telling you the truth. I feel sorry for a lot of these people, for a lot of these women who are just having complete meltdowns over things that are not happening. This is not the Handmaid's Tale. It's not happening. It didn't happen the first time he was elected, and it ain't going to happen now. I've read The Handmaid's Tale, by the way. Boring. Okay? It reads like a rough draft, or at least a first draft of something. I've already gone through my little comment on the Handmaid's Tale. Okay, Trump won. He won by a landslide. The Electoral College votes. That's it. The Electoral College. I keep waiting for just college, and I know that's not right. The Electoral College votes. He won 312 of them. That's a landslide. She got 222, 23, somewhere around there. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But that's a landslide. Okay? He won the majority vote, and he won the popular vote. I get it. You're going to have a meltdown when you lose an election. I didn't. You know what I did when Biden won? I shrugged my shoulders and, yep, they got away with it. And I went to work. And I put up with the last 4 years. I didn't have a meltdown. Probably partly because I don't really place a lot of political importance in my life in politics. I just don't. And this is why. Watch TikTok. Watch some of these people on TV and these programs. They're having meltdowns because the media has got them all wound up. Politicians got them all wound up. Celebrities have got them all wound up. These people literally cannot function in a normal world because they can't live in a world where everyone doesn't agree with every single thing they want to do. It's sad. I actually feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them because they really are manipulated, and they've been manipulated, and they'll continue to be manipulated until they figure out that the politicians they're counting on, the media they think is telling them the truth, and everything else are laughing at them and using them. Now, with that all said, I'm not impressed yet with the Republicans being in charge of anything. As I said before, I've seen this dog and pony show before. I have seen it many times before. Or the Republicans are in charge of everything, and they do absolutely nothing. Except, do as little as possible. Maybe it doesn't cause too many problems for the Democrats. I'm not impressed, okay? But I'm glad Trump won. Okay? I'm sorry. I really voted on policy. Trump is not the perfect candidate, and Kamala is not the perfect candidate. But between the two of them, one's policies actually make more sense than the one who doesn't have any. No, she doesn't have any. She can't define them. She can't explain them. Her followers really just basically see the superficialness of her, and that's what they're voting for. That's personality. The problem is that we have so divided ourselves in this country to the point where politics really has made enemies of us all. I mean, I went to work last Wednesday, not 2 days ago, but last Wednesday after the election. And I basically saw a whole bunch of people going about their business, living their lives, going to work, and no one stopping them. I saw women going to work and not being stopped as if their rights were taken away. I saw black people, I know POCs, whatever you want to call them, going about their business, doing their job, and nobody's enslaving them. Some of these people on TikTok really do believe that Trump is going to take away rights. He didn't do it the first time. You can't do it anyway. There are these things called laws. You've heard of them, the Constitution. I know it's a scary thought because a lot of people don't like the Constitution because it doesn't let government do whatever it wants. The Bill of Rights is a Bill of Rights against the government interfering with American citizens. It's not a Bill of Rights that the government is giving you. The Bill of Rights literally tells the government, stop. You have no business doing that. You have no business interfering. I get it. It's an election, and I've been hearing these scenes, doom and gloom, end of democracy. Oh, our rights going to be taken away. Oh, this, that. I have been hearing this for 40 years. I heard this during the Reagan administration, during the first Bush administration, the second Bush administration, Trump, the first time. Guess what? Nothing happened. 40 odd years later, I'm hearing the same rhetoric, the same people telling me the exact same thing, just how we're all doomed because a Republican was elected. As I've said before, I've said it many, many times, and I'll keep saying it, I don't like politics. This is why. Because I don't like attacking people who don't agree with me on certain issues. I don't like attacking people at all. I like correcting them. I shouldn't say I just like defending what I believe. I try to get along with people who I don't agree with. I know at least one trans person who I have absolutely nothing against. I like the guy, or girl. Don't get me started. He has a picture of himself as a woman in his wallet, which makes me wonder why. Why do you still carry that around if you're transing into a guy? Wouldn't that be kind of counterproductive? I'm not going to ask him because that's a personal question. I'm going to answer it one day if I ever ask him. I like this person. He's interesting. I don't know. So confusing. I don't hate him. I don't dislike him. I don't have anything against him. I just don't agree with him. I do like the fact that the other person in the poly relationship knew I was a Trump. Well, she knew I voted for Trump because of how I dress. Somehow I dress like a Trump supporter. I'm not exactly sure how that's possible because I dress how I've always dressed, and I don't see myself dressing any different than anybody else does. I found it funny, actually. I thought it was quite amusing as she thought I tried to dress like a Trump supporter. I don't know what that means, but whatever. I am somewhere between an independent, Republican, libertarian. I'm a mess. Politically, yeah, that would be the three things that I would be labeled as. I don't stay in one group. I don't know how. I just don't. As I've said, the reason I'm a Republican, progressive Republican, I guess, because I like Teddy Roosevelt. He's been my hero. He's my political hero. But Trump won, and now they're terrified. If he goes to Washington, that he might try to run again, despite the fact that we have a constitutional amendment that says you can only run twice. Okay, I know he didn't do it consecutively, but I'm quite sure they're convinced he's going to try to run for a third term. Now, I don't think he can do that legally. I don't think he can. I think he would have to have one interesting lawyer to get around the amendment that says you can only serve for 2 terms. But there are rumors out there that they're panicking that he's going to try to run for a third term. I don't think he's going to. Then again, I was wrong about him winning. Like they're convinced. I mean, they've got people convinced that he's this. Yeah, he's not a fascist. If he were a fascist, he would have left the first time. They don't like him. They just don't like him. And I mean both sides, by the way. I don't mean just Democrats. I mean there are Republicans who cannot stand him. And I think it's a lot of it to me is personal on that side, and is political on the other side. That to me seems to be the big dividing line between the two. But I can't see him doing it again. I just can't. And then again, it's Trump, therefore I could see him doing it again. But yeah, he won. Trump won. I'm surprised he won. I really am surprised. And that, by the margin he won by, really shocked me. It really did shock me that he won that big. I really did feel that they were going to pull up more and more stops to stop it. I was convinced of it. I've said it before on my other editorial part of my YouTube channel. Is I doubt he'll get reelected. I was wrong, but I'm not a political pundit. I'm not a political pundit. I'm just a guy who observes what's happening around now. Yes, that's about it. But I am surprised he won, though. I'm glad he won. Look, it's nothing personal against Camilla. It really isn't. But she really does come across as an empty vessel. Tackles at almost everything. I've listened to her talk. She's not saying anything. There's a bunch of words that have no real meaning or anything else. And then there's the celebrity endorsements, which really, I think, really did not help her. And celebrity endorsements mean nothing to me anyway. I think they're a joke. Hollywood is having a meltdown. It's wonderful to see. I don't. The Hollywood meltdown, I really am enjoying. These other people on TikTok and stuff, I actually feel sorry for them. Because they have been so manipulated and so screwed up in the head by politicians, media, celebrities that have really convinced them of things that just are not accurate and will never be accurate. But Hollywood is melting down. It is funny to watch these people have political meltdowns over Trump winning. I don't care about any of these people. The Hollywood people are a bunch of people who actually think they're more important than they actually are. They're not. And they're finding out they're not. They don't like it. I need to get a better seat cushion. But now what? Now that Trump has won, Now the Republicans have won the House and they won the Senate. Okay, now what? What are you going to do? The media and all the wokies and everybody else who's on that side of the aisle, they're not going to like you. They're going to attack you. They're going to call you names. They're going to accuse you of all sorts of things. What are you going to do? You're going to hide like you normally do? Because it's been my observation for 40 years of observing this nonsense, that when Republicans are in charge, they really don't do a whole lot. They talk a lot, but they don't really do a whole lot. So you see, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed that they're in charge. I'm not impressed. I'm just not. I'm going to keep saying it because I'm not impressed. I can't name you one single Republican in office that I have any confidence in. And that includes Trump. I mean, I think Trump should have learned the first time that Washington doesn't like you. Stop trying to work with people who don't like you. I think he learned. I really do think that he's learned a lot since that last election. Yeah, he's Trump. Is he the best candidate for? No, I don't think anybody is anymore. I don't think decent people run for office anymore because they'll be crucified by the media, the woke mob, the this, that, and the other mob. They'll be called this, that, and the other, some phobia of some kind. No normal, sane person should want to run for president of the United States or any other public office for that matter. But anyway, okay, he won. Now what? What? What now? What now? What now? Republicans are you going to do? No one's going to like you. No one is going to be your friend. Rush was correct the first time. You Republicans, you new Republicans coming in, they don't like you. They don't want you here. They don't like you. They think that they alone should rule. How do I say the dreaded Rush ball game? He was fun. I miss Rush. Used to do a lot of my writing with Rush on. I like the background sound. But I'm not impressed. Okay, you won. I don't care. You tell me you're going to do this, that, and the other. Oh, that's nice. When? Yeah, I see all the people that Trump is nominating for his cabinet positions. Okay, being nominated and being elected and not doing anything else, I'm not impressed, and I'm not impressed now. I mean, this is why I don't like politics. In a lot of ways, you really can't sit in the middle. There are no such things as moderates in politics. I don't care what anybody tells you. There is no such thing as a moderate. You either believe something on this side, or you believe something on that side. You cannot sit in the middle and get run over by both. Because that will be happening. Both sides will run you over if you're sitting in the middle. That's just the way it works. Sorry. My degree in history makes me highly qualified to judge everyone. I don't actually have a degree, but I have studied history. Despite my best efforts to dislike politics, I've talked about it, I've studied politics. Or at least the founders of it in the country. Political philosophy, anyway. But I'm not impressed by anything. I'm not impressed by Republicans being in charge. I've gone through this before. And all the other times, they sat on their hands with their heads up each other's butts, doing as little as possible because they didn't want to upset the media or upset the Democrats or upset anybody that just wanted to be liked. The Republicans are never going to be liked until they start fighting back and start saying enough is enough, this is what we stand for, and start actually standing for it. But most of them just talk. I'm not impressed by talking. I mean, it's frustrating. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I know I keep saying it. But I can't explain my political beliefs any more stronger than I believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I believe in smaller governments. I believe in treat people equally, not with equity, because doesn't mean the same thing anymore. Just treat people how you want to be treated. That's what I do. This trans person I know, I treat him as a person I like, and I do like this guy. He's interesting. He's interesting. There's the other person. She's interesting. I find people interesting. Doesn't mean I have to agree with them, and it doesn't mean I hate them. You have to do something to me that's, bad before I'll hate you. Having a different lifestyle, or having a different political philosophy, or having a different anything is no reason to hate someone or dislike them. You can disagree with them. Wasn't it Jefferson said, I see no reason why a friendship could end just over political disagreements? Paraphrasing, and that's pretty much what he said. I wait and see. We're not. The people out there screaming about losing their rights and this, that, and the other, and thinking they're about the end of the Handmaid's Tale, you're not. Okay, it didn't happen the first time. It ain't gonna happen this time. You got to start thinking for yourselves. Start realizing you're being lied to. You're being lied to. Does that mean the Republicans are all really white, pure, and clean as the dirt and snow, and they have the greatest of motives? Politicians are politicians. Check out both sides. Use your brain. This thing up here. It's not there just to occupy space. This video is getting a little longer than I intended, but that's okay. I might do another one in about 30 minutes. Different subject. Okay, Trump has been elected. America voted. They unanimously and overwhelmingly voted for Donald J. Trump. That's 47th President of the United States of America. Okay, what next there, Donald? What next, House Republicans, House and Senate Republicans? What next? What are you going to do next? They say in Missouri, show me. I guess I've been to Missouri. Lovely state. It is actually. That's nice. Went through Hannibal, Missouri. Didn't get to stop at Mark Twain's house, but went by it, I think. I was on Greyhound, so I couldn't stop. Anyway, show me. Show me what you got there, House Republicans, House Senator, House Senate, and the President, and stop talking. Again, less talking, more doing. Okay? Because I've seen this dog and pony show before, and we didn't do anything before. I don't know if we're doing anything now because I've heard it all before. Anyway, I told you I don't like politics. I don't discuss politics well. I'm not a political pundit, but I do like to talk about things. So sometimes these political videos of mine seem to do pretty well. So I'm indulging in some of you people who like to see me suffer or want me to suffer. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Behave yourselves, people, because I'm not going to. I don't know how. And see you later.